Hi guys, this is Lei from Goldfish Corner. Welcome back. And today we're going to talk about another interesting topic, which is what are the curled tail and folded tail and how do we prevent them? So it's been quite a while now. I'm trying to make up time and get back to my channel. So before we started, I just really want to do a quick commercial about my Goldfish store. You can get my shirt, or you can also get a Goldfish mug with my channel logo. All right, now let's back to the topic. So what are curled tail or folded tail? And these are the tail defects, typically for fantail and phoenix tail, for the long tail of the goldfish. They are not a type of goldfish. As you can see on those two pictures, these are beautiful goldfish, but they have a little tail defect on the tip of the tail. The purpose for this lecture, one is to bring up your awareness of this long tail defects, basically to avoid buying new fish with those defects, and more practically is to improve the effectiveness of calling. When you call goldfish, pick up the right one. And also more importantly, doing the goldfish day by day keeping, how do we prevent them? I also want to say special thanks goes to King of Goldfish, some of the material and picture that I borrowed from the King of Goldfish. I really appreciate it. So let's start with the curled tail. Curled tail typically can happen in the bottom of the tip. That bottom of the tip actually curl inward. If you can see this fantail, bottom tail is a curl inward. It's not just one circle, it could be one half circle. It typically occurred only one side of tail. But you gotta be careful, the curled tail versus the normal curls of butterfly or sucking tail. So this is butterfly. If you look at the wing side, or I call it the wing of the tail, it's curved a little bit inside. And the same thing happened for sucking. They have even large curls. One, for those normal curls, they are symmetric on both sides or both lobe of the tail, not just one side. The other thing is they have really big inward curl with half circle, not like those little defects which is curl many turns and also happen in one side. So that's a big difference. If you have butterfly or sucking, it's supposed to curl. And now back to the second topic. What are those folded tails? Folded tail can typically occurs on the two sides. One is the upper tip of the tail. The second spot could be the lower side of the tip of the tail. Lower tip fold is more common. I'll tell you why later. You can see those two goldfish. The lemonhead orana goldfish, beautiful fish. I really like the lemonhead color, but the tip of the tail is folded upward. This is a beautiful wenyu goldfish, but this long tail is beautiful. Nothing very impressive except the folded tail. This is actually a live video that I found it from Facebook. If you can see those red cap goldfish, that's actually pretty decent quality. But unfortunately, if you look at this side of the tail, is actually tail folded upward. That's a tail defect. This one is a beautiful pong wenyu goldfish. Is a black blue color. But if you look at this typical goldfish, they actually the tail folded on both lobe, folded tail defects. The other thing I want to mention, the other type of folded tail is a broken tail skeleton. Typically happens on the upper part of the tail close to the caudal peduncle side. For instance, this is a stunning red egg phoenix goldfish. Everything's so perfect, especially for the long tail. This tail is so stunning, almost one half of the body length. However, there's a little bit of defeat the skeleton. So if you look at here, the skeleton is kind of folded. That's a little skeleton defect. Other than that, this could be the ideal red egg phoenix goldfish. But now let's go back to the big topic. Now we understand what is the curled tail. We understand what's the defeat of the folded tail. The question is, how do we prevent it? How do we prevent it, my normal goldfish long tail becoming a defected tail? Again, these tips are not only for fantail or phoenix tail, but also you can use it for any of the long tail goldfish. The first thing is you need to increase water depth. For short tail goldfish, make the water depth higher than 15-inch depth. If it's a long tail, make it even deeper, 20-inch tank. The second one is do not feed your goldfish in late evening because this is going to make goldfish sitting on the bottom. What happens is if the goldfish sitting on the bottom during the digestive cycle after your light turned it off, the goldfish is going to fold the tail by himself. So the tip is no feeding after 5 p.m. The third one is you need reduced water current. In general, goldfish like still water or the water with a slow current. Or the modern aquarium, you're going to have outlet of the water. Do not put the outlet water point the fish directly. The tip is you can point the outlet to the wall of the tank, so that kind of baffle the water, reduce the water current. The second one, if you have air stone, make sure you put the air stone on the corner of the tank. That's going to reduce the water current. Last but not least, this is actually, I borrowed this picture from YouTube. They actually put a little baffle. You can cut half the water bottle, or this one is actually use a soap tray. You can stick onto the tank, so that your water gonna hit the baffle, and baffle gonna slow down the water flow. That gonna help you reduce the water. Typical for the hangover filters. Now let's continue for the other tips. The tip number 4 is most the tail damage happen when you pick up the fish. So make sure you generally pick up the fish to avoid breaking tail. Do not use the fish net directly. Simply just use a hand. This is actually from Rancho video. If you have a bowl for the goldfish farm, you look at it, they're not using the fish net. They put a fish net, push the fish and then to the bowl, and they transfer the fish with the bowl of water. So be careful when you pick up the goldfish. Number 5, avoid frequent water change. A very intensive frequent water change, like twice a day, 3 times a day. Too much water, new water, you're going to remove the protective slime of the fish. By the way, this is not the best practice because I should have put some cover when do the water change, because otherwise you're going to damage the eye, the celestial eye of the goldfish. The golden rule that I've used, a normal water change 20% per day, roughly half or 70% every week. Last but not least, beside all the tips, you also need a good nutrition. You avoid bad nutrition. Bad nutrition means you feed one type of goldfish food every single time, over and over again. So diversify your goldfish food. Add a more natural goldfish food such as Daphnia or bloodworm. Daphnia is a magic goldfish food. If you just feed Daphnia, you're gonna make the fish really active. They're gonna searching the food, a lot of nutrition, boost the colors. When you feed the Daphnia, they'll turn off your filter, but also keep the aeration on, so you can keep the oxygen. Bloodworm is another magic goldfish food. All the fish like it. It's boosting color. Also bring the calcium to the fish, so you don't have the folded goldfish skeleton defeat. I think that's it. I hope you liked today's video. Again, if you like it, give me a big like or just subscribe my channel, and also just share with your friends. If you have different opinion to my videos, just leave your comment below. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.